This is your vital opportunity. The universe has paused just for a moment to deliver something into your hands that you have been unknowingly praying for. Heaven is warning that if you skip this, you will miss the moment when your destiny changes. Because the moment these words met your eyes, heaven leaned forward. Around you, something began to move that you cannot yet see, but you can feel its gentle touch upon your spirit. You must pay attention, my child. You did not get this message by accident. You grabbed it with a force that is older than time. This force has been waiting for you to stop running away from the miracle that has been calling your name for a long time. Take a moment to breathe, my beloved. You are standing at a threshold. Archangel Michael and Jesus say, if you skip, you will lose both of us. This is not a threat, but a revelation of the timeline you are currently walking. You have just seconds to decide if you are ready to receive the intervention you have begged for. No matter what, do not skip. I beg you, please, my child, my beloved, draw closer to this message. There is a reason your spirit feels heavy today. There is a reason why, despite your best efforts, you often feel like you are walking through water, pushing against a tide that refuses to recede. You have felt it, the shaking in your spirit. My child, if you feel like you are shaking right now, it is because your life is about to take a huge turn. You prayed and cried and begged heaven to send this turn when no one else could understand your pain. You have hidden your tears in the shower, in the car, in the quiet moments before sleep took you. Heaven saw everything. This is not just a message, beloved. This is a rescue from heaven, an intervention from God, and a break in the storm you have been hiding from. My child, please hear this clearly before you go on. If you have ever wished that God would talk to you directly, this is the time. You should not skip, walk away, or put things off. This time, says heaven, the urgency you feel is not anxiety. It is the vibration of a promise that is trying to land in your reality. Please allow me to share something holy with you, my beloved. There are times in life when God watches how you react, not to punish you, but to release what is rightfully yours. Now is one of those times. Tell yourself in your heart, I am ready. Before we go on, heaven has been waiting for you to finally be ready. I have never left. My beloved Jesus says, they think I have forgotten about them, but I have never left them. I have never given up on them. I kept my eye on them all the time. You have often wondered where the help was. You have looked at the empty spaces in your life and wondered if your prayers were hitting a ceiling, but your name has been called out in places you have never seen. My child, something is trying to cause a collapse in your life. Something is pushing you to the edge. There are times when you have felt it, sensed it, or seen doors shut before they could open. You have attributed this to bad luck or poor timing, or perhaps even your own lack of ability. But you must understand the spiritual dynamics at play. This pressure is not natural. It is an indication of the magnitude of what you carry. Archangel Michael has stepped in, though. Beloved, he has his sword drawn and is standing in front of you, telling you no more attacks, no more losses, no more silent breakdowns. The era of you suffering in silence, thinking that your endurance is the only offering you have to give, is ending. The battles you have fought in your mind, the wars you have waged in your emotions, they have been seen. If you are ready to accept this divine protection, if you are ready to let the sword of Michael cut the cords of despair that have entangled you, I invite you to make a small act of faith. Type a strong amen in the comment section below to make this divine order official in your life. Let this be your promise to heaven that the cycle of loss and trouble is over right now. By doing this, you are not just typing a word. You are driving a stake into the ground of your timeline and saying, "Here the suffering stops. Here the healing begins." My child, heaven is working for you, moving faster than your fear, the enemy's plans, and the circumstances that are trying to get the best of you. You have been running a race, carrying weights that were never yours to carry. My beloved, you have no idea how many people wanted you to fail, or how many hearts faked praise for you while secretly wishing you would take longer. This is a hard truth to hear, but it is necessary for your liberation. There are people who have smiled in your face while their spirits frowned at your potential. There are those who have patted you on the back looking for the soft spot to plant a knife. But heaven saw everything, and now it has decided that enough is enough. My child, your breakthrough has already begun. That explains why this message feels different and why your heart is drawn to it so much. This message is just a confirmation. Beloved, you have cried alone for too long. Jesus whispers, you have been fighting by yourself for too long. You have taken on the role of the soldier, the caretaker, the fixer, the strong one. You have absorbed the pain of others and neglected your own wounds. You have been through storms that should have broken you, yet you have still been chosen. You are still breathing and you are still standing. Think about the nights you thought you wouldn't make it through. Think about the betrayals that felt like they ripped your chest open. And yet here you are. My child, every time you thought God was quiet, He was actually moving things around behind the scenes. Every time you felt like you were being ignored, heaven was working away in silence. It was never because you were being denied you were being prepared. You were being forged in a fire that would have consumed anyone with a lesser destiny. At this very moment, my beloved, everything starts to open up, but heaven is sending out a warning. You might delay what has already been written for you if you skip doubt or turn away again. The temptation to fall back into fear is strong. The habit of worry is deep, but you must break it now. You requested a sign, my child. You asked for clarity. You asked for a message that would make you feel better and help you find your way. That message is here. It is arriving not with thunder, but with the steady assurance of truth. Hey, loved ones, before we go any further, I need to share the subscription message that God placed in my spirit for you. Subscribe to the light that is calling to you if you want heaven to continue showing you the way, and for the message to never get lost again. Clicking that subscribe button is an act of faith. It is your way of telling heaven that you want to stay in perfect prophetic alignment, and make sure you receive all the divine instructions you need for your journey. You do not subscribe to hear from me. You subscribe because heaven uses moments like these to reach you over and over again. Do not miss the next message. My child, now that your heart is open, Archangel Michael tells you that the change is real. You need to get ready for something important that is coming up. The atmosphere around you is charged with a new electricity. Oh, my beloved, your story is about to change so quickly that even your enemies will not understand how you got back up. They counted you out. They looked at your circumstances and wrote your obituary, but they did not know the author of your story. There is a restoration happening in heaven that will put an end to all your doubts about your future. My child, I need you to feel this truth rising in your spirit. You were never meant to live a normal life. Everything about you has been shaping you for a moment that starts right now. Your struggles, delays, heartbreaks, and unbreakable determination, none of it was waste. It was curriculum. Archangel Michael leans in close and says, they think they have been surviving, but they do not know that heaven has been carrying them. You thought it was your grit. You thought it was your stubbornness. but it was the hand of God sustaining you when your own strength had run out. You have no idea how many disasters were quietly taken out of your way, my beloved. How many traps were dismantled before you could fall into them, or how many betrayals were exposed before they could happen. You were protected in moments you did not even know were dangerous. There were paths you were blocked from taking that would have led to your destruction. There were relationships that ended which, had they continued, would have poisoned your soul. My child, you are entering a season where protection turns into promotion, survival turns into victory, and waiting turns into receiving. This is why you are reading this right now. Jesus is telling you, my beloved, that you will not miss your blessing this time. This time, nothing will stop what is going to happen. The miracle will reach you this time. If you want to be sure that you are ready for this miracle, type Amen in the comments. This is more than just a word. It is your spirit aligning with heaven, making it possible for what was promised to manifest. Let the vibration of your agreement resonate through the digital ether and into the spiritual realm. Please feel this, my child. There is a spiritual curtain being pulled back from around your life. Things that were hidden are about to come out. What was delayed is almost ready to be released. There will be restoration of what was stolen, my beloved. The time, the energy, the love, the money, it is all accounted for in the ledger of heaven. But heaven is also very concerned about you because you have been spiritually worn out and heavy. And this keeps trying to keep you from divine timing at the exact moment the blessing arrives. Fatigue is a weapon of the enemy. If he cannot stop you, he will try to exhaust you so that you do not have the strength to seize the door when it opens. You will lose both of us if you skip, my child. Archangel Michael and Jesus warn, not because they would leave you, but because the instruction would miss you. The message would not reach you. The timing would pass you by. The door would close before you got there. This is why you must stay present. You must stay awake. My beloved, this is a moment of destiny. Heaven wants you to stay, listen, and take in every word, because something big is about to happen that will change your life. You have been sensing it, haven't you? A shift in the wind. A subtle alteration in the way the light hits your life. My child, you have placed your trust in people who never deserved it. There are people you loved who did not keep your heart safe. You poured into them, you nurtured them, you prayed for them. And in return, they gave you indifference, or worse, betrayal. Some people smiled at you, but when you turned around, they spoke badly about you. They used your secrets as currency. They used your vulnerability as a weapon. Heaven saw everything, my beloved, and said, "This child will rise regardless. What you lost is now coming back. My child, what you missed is coming back. You will receive back many times over what you gave from a sincere heart. The law of divine compensation is being activated in your life. You cannot give pure love and receive nothing in return forever. The harvest is due. They believed that breaking you would silence your purpose, but they were unaware that I placed a fire inside you that no human hand can ever extinguish, says Jesus. That fire has flickered, it has dimmed, but it has never gone out. It is the pilot light of the Holy Spirit, and it is ready to roar into a bonfire. My beloved, every battle you faced was not a sign of weakness. It was a sign of your destiny. Storms that try to drown only wash over chosen souls. Only hearts that are meant to rise feel pressure that tries to crush them. Only powerful spirits are hit by attacks that are meant to stop their glow. If you have been feeling worn out, drained, or overwhelmed, it is because you are not fighting a minor war, my child. You are fighting a battle that only the chosen face, and heaven does not choose the weak. Heaven chooses the resilient. The attacks you have endured were not random. My beloved, they were targeted because the enemy saw your light before you even recognized it yourself. The darkness hates the light because the light exposes it. Your very presence, even without words, has been a threat to the chaos around you. But the season of warfare is ending. What comes next is not another test. It is your reward. You are fighting battles that will affect a future you cannot see yet. My child, heaven is telling you that you are winning fights you do not even realize you are in. Something is written about your life in the spiritual realm. It is a promise that cannot be broken. My beloved, a blessing that cannot be taken away, and a breakthrough that cannot be buried. The enemy tried to trick you, to distract you, to make you feel unworthy, my child, and to make you believe that nothing would ever change. He whispered to you in the night that you were forgotten. He pointed at the success of others and tried to make you feel small. But things are changing. A new pathway is forming, my beloved. A divine rearrangement is about to begin. You are being issued a favorable spiritual verdict right now. The court of heaven has sat, the evidence has been weighed, and the gavel has come down in your favor. The only thing heaven wants from you is that you do not turn away. Do not skip. My child, do not let doubt steal your moment. Your heart has been crying out for change. It has been your soul pleading for peace, my beloved. There has been a longing in your spirit for clarity. Heaven heard what you were saying. Heaven answered, my child, and sent you this message right when you were ready to receive it. What is coming will likely frighten you, but it will also set you free. Change, even good change, can be scary. It requires you to let go of the familiar, even if the familiar is painful. My beloved, right now, there is someone in your life whose energy has been blocking your blessings, whose presence has been delaying what is rightfully yours. Heaven has been quietly watching this person to protect you, not to harm them. Jesus tells you they must know the truth before the next shift begins. My child, you have Archangel Michael by your side. He says if they ignore this message, they will walk straight into a danger that was meant to be avoided. You are being pulled toward your destiny with urgency rather than gentleness. My beloved, take a slow, deep breath, my child. What comes next is something your heart has never heard before. Heaven was waiting for the exact moment that your spirit was free, your guard was down, and your destiny was ready, my beloved. Now is that time. With a fierce light in his eyes, Archangel Michael is watching over your life. The truth that is about to be told to you has been kept from you for far too long, my child. So he is not calm right now. Instead, he is very protective. He stands with a warrior's stance, creating a perimeter of holy fire around you. Heaven tells me that you are surrounded by energies that look good on the outside, my beloved, but are quietly draining you from the inside. These are people who seem peaceful but have intentions that are anything but pure. My child, there is no doubt that you have felt it, sensed it, thought about it for months or even years. The heavy feeling you wake up with, the sudden sadness that comes out of nowhere, my beloved, and the random anxiety that appears when nothing is wrong. These are not yours. You have been carrying storms that were not meant for you, my child. You have been acting as a spiritual sponge, absorbing the toxicity of those around you. This is why Jesus said, if they skip, they will lose us, because you are now stepping into the truth that heaven has been hiding from you. This truth will free you from a chain you did not even know you were in, my beloved. There is someone who is jealous of you, who smiles when they see you, but sighs with relief when they see how hard things are for you, my child. This person acts supportive, but really thinks you do not deserve what God has planned for you. They ask you questions not to help you, but to gather information. They listen to your dreams not to cheer you on, but to find ways to doubt them. You are not intimidating to this person. Rather, they are just scared of what God has placed inside of you. My beloved, the light you carry is very ancient. Your heart is exceptionally pure, and your destiny is profoundly powerful. My child, your glow exposes the darkness without you having to do anything. This is why some people are uncomfortable around you before you say a word. They can feel your spirit, my beloved. Before you even take a step, they can sense your purpose. They can feel your blessing before you even know it is there. Archangel Michael has been watching over you from this silent shadow. My child, someone who wanted you to fail, not because you hurt them, but because you make them feel even worse about their own limitations. Your existence reminds them of what they refuse to become. My beloved, heaven is not exposing this person to create hatred. Heaven is showing this person to bring freedom. Freedom from confusion, my child. From emotional manipulation, from spiritual interference, and from energy drain. You have wondered why you feel so tired after spending time with certain people. You have wondered why your ideas seem to wither after you share them with certain friends. Now you know. You have been fighting battles you could not see, my beloved, but heaven saw them. Heaven intervened. Heaven protected you. And now heaven is breaking the silence. My child, pay close attention, because this is the part that most people skip, which is why their shift is missed. But you have stayed, my beloved. You kept going, and that is why the truth can now emerge for you. They were crying, believing nothing was changing, unaware that I was removing the wrong people from their path to create space for the right ones. Says Jesus, my child, every person who left your life was not a rejection. It was God rearranging things. My beloved, every door that closed was not a punishment. It was protection. Every delay was not a denial, my child. It was preparation. We often cling to people and situations because they are familiar, even if they are hurtful. But God loves you too much to let you settle for less than what He has prepared. Heaven has kept something about your future secret until today. It is a massive blessing that the spiritual realm had to cleanse your space before releasing. My beloved, a breakthrough so full of favor that the wrong person in your life would have drained it, used it, or blocked it completely. Imagine if you had received this blessing a year ago, while you were still entangled with those who wished you ill. It would have been squandered. It would have been tainted. My child, what is coming to you cannot fall into the wrong hands. This is why the urgency is so great, Jesus whispers. This is the reason your spirit is so awake, my beloved. This is why heaven begged, pleaded, and told them, do not skip. To skip this would be to walk into the future without knowing what will happen. My child, and heaven will not let that happen. You are being set up for a sudden financial breakthrough, an unexpected emotional healing, my beloved, long-awaited justice, an impossible miracle, and a restoration you thought time had erased. The debts that have kept you awake at night, God is dealing with them. The loneliness that has been your constant companion, God is removing it. My child, a blessing that has been assigned to you from the beginning. You are about to be elevated so high in heaven that even your pain will seem small compared to where you are going. The view from the mountaintop will make the climb worth it. As it is written in Jeremiah 29:11, for I know the plans I have for you, declares the Lord, plans to prosper you and not to harm you, plans to give you hope and a future. My beloved, this is not in your head, my child, and heaven sees it all. This is why you sometimes feel more tired after interacting with certain people, why you feel drained when you see familiar faces, my beloved. and why your momentum slows down when certain names come up in your life. Your spirit knows what your mind refuses to accept. Your intuition has been screaming at you, but you have been too polite to listen. Heaven is removing these influences. Archangel Michael is already intervening. My child, the energetic cords that were draining your spirit have already been cut by his sword. You might feel a sudden lightness in your chest. You might feel a sudden release of tension in your shoulders. That is the weight of their envy falling off of you. Your path is already cleared by his light. My beloved, you are entering a season of destiny. People who were not meant for you will exit. Do not chase them. Let them go. Their departure is the prerequisite for your arrival. Opportunities that align with your spirit will seek you out, my child. You will not have to force doors open anymore. They will open as you approach. Financial breakthroughs will appear out of nowhere. Checks in the mail, debts canceled, unexpected promotions, ideas that generate wealth. Love that aligns with your soul will find you naturally. Not a love that you have to beg for, not a love that you have to earn, but a love that recognizes you. Healing will reach places you forgot were wounded, my beloved. Clarity will replace confusion. Strength will replace fear, and peace will replace chaos. My child, this is the shift that heaven has been preparing you for. At this moment, something must happen. My beloved, go into the comments and declare, my divine shift is happening now. This will align your energy with this divine shift. Your words carry creative power, my child, and this declaration tells the universe that you are ready to receive everything that is yours. Do not be silent. Your voice is the key that turns the engine of your reality. But this power shift cannot happen while you are still connected to energies that are designed to weaken your spirit. That is why heaven warned, if they skip, they will lose us. My beloved, not because heaven is leaving, but because you would miss the critical instructions for protecting this breakthrough. My child, you must understand the real reason you have been feeling spiritually attacked. Jesus whispers, here is the truth. You are being prepared for something significant that cannot remain hidden. You thought the attack was a sign of your failure. No, it was a sign of your threat level to the kingdom of darkness. My beloved, your blessing cannot be missed. Your anointing cannot stay concealed. Your destiny is beginning to manifest, which has caused darkness to panic. My child, this is what made the warfare intensify, caused strange problems to appear out of nowhere, made your anxiety rise for no reason, my beloved, and made you feel watched, tired, or spiritually restless. That did not happen by chance. It was a reaction to the miracle forming around you. When a woman goes into labor, the pain intensifies right before the new life is born. You are in spiritual labor. The contractions are painful, but they are productive. My child, you are about to enter one of your life's most critical turning points. Subscribe to this channel right away to make sure you do not miss the important instructions for the future. By subscribing, you commit to staying connected with the divine flow. My beloved, this will bring heaven's alignment into your life, so that you do not miss any future prophetic words. Pay close attention, my child, because the next 48 hours will be extremely spiritually sensitive for you. The veil between the worlds is thin. The atmosphere around you is shifting. My beloved, your energy field is expanding. Your intuition is strengthening. You might start seeing numbers like 1111 or 444. You might have vivid dreams. You might hear a song that speaks directly to your situation. Your destiny is about to turn. My child, when heaven moves, the enemy gets frightened. And when the enemy is frightened, it only does one thing. It tries to distract you. It tries to pull your eyes off the prize. My beloved, in the next 48 hours, you may experience a sudden shift in your emotions. Someone from your past trying to reconnect, a text message from an ex, a call from an old friend who drained you. My child, an unplanned argument or tense situation, random negative thoughts appearing in your mind, a heavy feeling trying to return, my beloved, or a sudden urge to disconnect or isolate yourself. These are not just random events. They are the final attempts to keep you from the blessing that is about to manifest for you right now. It is a smokescreen. It is a distraction. Do not take the bait. My child, Archangel Michael says the enemy cannot stop the blessing. It is only going to try to keep the child from receiving it, my beloved. That is why heaven pleaded, do not skip, do not leave, do not miss this. You are closer to your breakthrough than you think. You are so close that the spiritual atmosphere is trembling with anticipation. My child, even your enemies can sense a shift. They are uneasy around you. They are acting strange. And heaven is preparing to release in a way that will shock you. Let me tell you what heaven is setting up for you, my beloved. A sudden financial blessing money that comes not from your toil, but from God's favor. A long-awaited approval, that application, that loan, that permit you have been waiting for. Or yes, a powerful emotional release that liberates your heart, my child. A crying session that washes away 10 years of pain. A new opportunity that replaces an old disappointment. A connection, whether romantic or spiritual, that heals your loneliness. A person who sees you, who values you, who adds to you. A divine separation from toxic energies. My beloved, the return of something you thought was lost forever. And a blessing that can only be assigned to you, my child. Do not think that these are dreams or fantasies. They are ordained. Your destiny has a spiritual timestamp placed there by heaven. My beloved, this is why you have been restless. Your soul can sense things that your eyes cannot see yet. It is like the bird sensing the dawn before the sun has risen. Your spirit knows the light is coming. My child, Jesus tells us, the blessing is ready, but they must guard their spirit. There is a person or group of people whose energy blocks your blessings, not because they cast spells or perform rituals, my beloved, but because they harbor jealousy toward you. They doubt your success. They resent your growth, my child. They fear your potential, and they compete with your destiny. Envy is a powerful negative prayer. It sends darts of negativity into your spiritual field. What this person says may sound light, but their intentions are heavy. On the outside, they smile, my beloved, but their energy makes you feel diminished. As it is written in Proverbs 27:6, faithful are the wounds of a friend, but the kisses of an enemy are deceitful. It is better to have an enemy who slaps you in the face than a friend who stabs you in the back. At least with the enemy, you know where you stand. My child, heaven is cutting the cord between you and this person right now. Not through conflict, but through divine separation, my beloved. You will notice them pulling away, or you will feel led to create distance. This is not rejection. This is protection, my child. Heaven is making room for the people who are truly assigned to your destiny. When they walk away, let them walk. When the phone stops ringing, let it be silent. The silence is not emptiness. It is the space where God speaks. Before we get to the end of this powerful revelation, let us take a moment to reflect on this deep truth. My beloved, you did not find this message by accident. This is not a stroke of luck. It is a direct message from Archangel Michael to you, my child. He is extending his hand and inviting you into a protected, high vibrational community where divine abundance is not just a hope, but a promise. This sacred principle is very simple, but it can transform your entire life. My beloved, if you follow it, you will not just receive blessings. They will be multiplied and flow into every part of your life. My child, by accepting this invitation right now, you are unlocking immediate early access to powerful content and divine insights that are hidden from the general world. Now is your chance to enter a sacred space where you will receive spiritual guidance, unwavering support, and accelerated progress toward your destiny. My beloved, do not let this sacred moment of destiny pass you by. Your breakthrough is waiting, my child. Join Archangel Michael's inner circle immediately through the exclusive link in the description. This is how you guarantee you never miss the direct, personalized messages that are specifically meant to elevate and empower your life. My beloved, if you desire to deepen your connection, the link is waiting for you in both the pinned comment and the description. And for those who feel called to amplify this work, a link to support is available. My child, your support is completely optional, but your presence, attention, and energy already mean the world. My beloved, take the step. Your abundance awaits. The door is open. The table is set. The enemies are silenced. The cords are cut. The blessing is released. Walk into it. Claim it. Live it.